Today we'll be making no-bake cookie dough bites, which is a great recipe to use during the summer when you don't want to turn on your oven. Let's begin. You're going to need half a cup of butter, a third cup of brown sugar, a third cup of granulated sugar, and then take your beater and you're going to cream it until it's light and fluffy. And after about 30 seconds, everything should be mixed in very well. Then you're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And then you're going to continue mixing until everything is well combined. And then grab 3/4 cups of mini chocolate chips. Mini chocolate chips work best because it's easier to bite into rather than the regular chocolate chips. And you're just going to mix it until everything is combined, just like so. Then I grabbed about a tablespoon of the cookie dough, and then I just kind of smashed it together and rolled it into a ball. Then I placed it onto parchment paper. The cookie dough tastes so much better when it's refrigerated, so let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes in the refrigerator. Make sure you cover it so it doesn't dry out. A really easy recipe to make, and it's great for summer because you don't have to turn on the oven. Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'll be sharing with you how to make mug cakes, which is really simple and easy to do. Let's begin. As always guys, the ingredients are in the description box. So first I grabbed the mug. Then I put 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of white sugar. Or you can use whatever sugar you would like. I just used white because that's what I had. Then you're going to add 1 egg. I tried adding only half an egg, but the consistency, the texture, and the taste didn't taste as good as 1 whole egg. Then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. Then 3 tablespoons of oil. I just used vegetable oil because that's what I had, but you can use whatever you'd like. Then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of milk. Now, the next part, you're going to be adding the Nutella, and this is what makes this mug cake really good, is because the Nutella just gives all the flavor. And you're going to be adding 2 tablespoons. After I ate it, I thought, you know what, probably 1 tablespoon or tablespoon and a half would be good because this cake was really sweet, but it was really good. Then you're going to mix everything thoroughly and make sure you reach down at the bottom because there might be some leftover powder or all-purpose flour. And then you're going to warm it on high for 2 minutes. And I understand that everybody's microwave is different, so just adjust the time according to your microwave. So next we're going to start working on the second cake. Now the second cake is just a regular old chocolate cake because I know some of us may not be able to get Nutella. So this is a really simple and easy. Let's get started. So you're going to add a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, and 3 tablespoons of milk. And don't forget to add the 1 egg. Then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of oil. I use vegetable oil. Then you're going to add a pinch of salt and a few drops of vanilla extract. Then you're going to mix everything thoroughly and make sure you get the bottom because I didn't mix the bottom very well and my sister ate a few pieces of all-purpose flour. And that's it. You're going to put it in your microwave and warm it for 2 minutes. Now this mug cake was more of a brownie texture. It's really good. So first you're going to add the sugar. Then the all-purpose flour. Then 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. Then a pinch of salt. 1 tablespoon of oil, Then you're gonna add water, and I added about a handful of nuts. And that's it, guys. This is how it came out. As you see, the first one overflowed and the other two didn't. I've tried many different flavors of mug cakes, and I found that the chocolate ones were my most favorite, and I shared with you the top 3 that I loved the most. Here are a couple of pictures I took of the mug cakes when I flipped it over and took it out. The Nutella one didn't turn out so well coming out because it was so moist, but it was really good, guys. Hi guys, it's Lainey and welcome back to my channel. It seems like you guys really like my no bake or 5 ingredients or less desserts. So today I'm gonna share with you how to make 2 no bake single serving cakes using only 3 ingredients. The first flavor is chocolate cake, and in a bowl or you can use a mug, add the 1/4 cup of chocolate spread, 1 egg, and half a teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa powder. Now you're gonna take a fork and you're gonna mix together until it is nice and smooth, just like this. Next, you're going to microwave it for 1 minute and 30 seconds on high, and then allow this to sit for several minutes, and that's it. The second flavor is peanut butter cake, and in a bowl or a mug, add together the 3 tablespoons of creamy peanut butter, 1 tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon of granulated sugar, 1 egg. Then you're going to mix it until it's well combined, and this is going to take more elbow grease because the peanut butter is a lot more thicker. And then you're going to microwave this cake for only 1 minute on high, and then allow it to sit for about several minutes. Now you can leave the cake as is, but since I had some extra cream cheese frosting that I made previously, I topped the cake with that. Now these cakes, guys, were so delicious, but if I had to choose, I would pick the chocolate cake just because it wasn't as spongy and it did taste more like a cake. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are thinking if you can use a different flavor spread, and yes you can, feel free to change it up. If you do, send me a picture, I would love to see it. Again guys, I really appreciate you all, and thank you for all of you who comment, because that's how I get to know you guys. That's one of the ways that I can talk with you. You can also follow me on my social media like Instagram, Snapchat, or Facebook. I'm everywhere, or at least I'm on those platforms a lot. So let's hang out, guys. Maybe we could do Periscope. We can do live Q&As. Let me know if you guys want to see that. Again, thank you so much for your support. I love you all, and I'm going to share with you how to make no bake microwave cookies. Let's begin. So in a microwavable safe bowl or mug, you're going to add the butter and make sure it's softened, and you're just going to butter the whole bowl or mug. So once you're finished, you're going to add the granulated sugar, the brown sugar, and you're going to mix it until it is light and fluffy. Next, you're going to add 1 egg yolk, some vanilla extract, and you're going to mix it until it is well combined. And don't forget guys, starting this Monday, I will be having my drink series for the month of July. Next, you're going to add the flour and a pinch of salt, and you're going to mix it until most of the flour is disappeared or has disappeared, and then you're going to add the miniature chocolate chips. So next, with your spatula, you're going to flatten out the cookie, and you're going to pop it in the microwave. So my microwave is pretty strong, so I only heated this cookie for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. It wasn't too long. I suggest warming it for about 45 seconds and then taking a look at the cookie to see if it needs like a couple of more seconds or 30 more seconds. So I added a little bit more chocolate chips to make it look more delicious, and that's it. This is such a quick and easy recipe, especially for those of you who want the cookie but don't want to turn on the oven. See you on my next upload. Hello guys! Today we will be making No Bake Oreo Cheesecake, which is a great recipe to bake during the summer because there is no baking and we're only using 3 ingredients. Let's begin! You'll need about 16 Oreos, take those Oreos, put it into a Ziploc bag, and you're going to take a rolling pin and you're going to smash it. So I did one side and then I flipped the bag over and did the other side. And this is the crust for your Oreo cheesecake. So I put it into mini jars. You can find them in any craft store and you can put as much as you want. I filled it about this much and then I set that aside and prepare the filling. So you need 1 packet of cream cheese. Place it into the bowl and you're going to cream it until it's light and fluffy. And then I used a little bit more than half a can of condensed milk. It is up to you how much or how sweet you want it. And then I mixed it with a beater until it looked like this. So set this bowl aside and I took 4 Oreos. You can use 5, 6, 7, it's up to you. Broke them into pieces and then I added it to the cream cheese batter. I only mixed it for about 10 seconds. I didn't want to overmix it. And the best way to put the cream cheese into these jars is use a piping bag, or you can use a Ziploc bag, and make sure you cut the piping bag large enough that the Oreos can go through. And I just piped it all in, and I kind of used my piping bag to push down the cream cheese filling so I could fit more. If you want to add layers to this cheesecake, do so. You can just add more of the crushed Oreos that we used. And to garnish, I put more Oreos on top and then I drizzled some condensed milk. Refrigerate this for at least 30 minutes and it is a great treat to eat during the hot summers.